Oh man, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I had myself on mute. Um, we are officially in the off season, and there's a lot of news going on right now. So we're going to talk about the news and different things like that. They're talking about more Coach Prime news, like what is Coach Prime going to do? We're going to get into again why are they doing this? Like why are they discussing Coach Prime status? And we're going to talk. I think we're going to start off with the transfer portal first. We have another key lineman in the transfer portal. We know Hank Zelinkas went into the transfer portal. He's going to Rutgers too. He's going to my hometown, New Jersey. He's had Rutgers is a good program, and they got a nice facility. So he looked like he might go there and get some playing time right away. I think they need a need. They're losing a center, I believe, so he'll fit right in over there. Hank Zelinkas. I thought he was very solid. Shout out to Hank Zelinkas and shout out to Rock as well, because when Hank Zelinkas announced that he was transferring, there was a little hate there on Twitter, and then Rock he stuck up for him. He was like, "Look, man, he was a great player and a great teammate, and whatever team he's going to, they're getting a great player." So shout out to Rock for having Hank Zelinkas back. And I'm like that too. Whenever a player decides to whenever a player decides to, leave and go to another school, I'm not gonna say, "Oh man, since he's not playing with the school anymore, F him," and stuff like that. No, I'm not like that. I truly believe, you know, if I rock with you, I'm gonna rock with you on another team as well. Just like I'm gonna be following Travis and Shador in the NFL. So I'm gonna be busy on the off season. This off season, I'm gonna put a lot of content in over here because there's a lot to talk about. Different off season news. Players are gonna be getting ready for the combine and pro day. We know Jimmy Horn Jr. He was invited to the NFL combine. That was a really good thing that Jimmy Horn was invited to the combine. So I'm going to be following that. I'm going to be covering the combine as well, just because Jimmy is there. I'm going to be covering the Shrine game, East-West game, because a few players are playing in that. So there's a lot to talk about leading up to the NFL draft. And then also you got to think about the offseason, spring training, stuff like that. But there's a lot of talk about Coach Prime status. But before I do that, I want to go to, let's see. So right here, let me see if you can see the tab. I think you can see it a little bit. Khalil Benson, he entered the transfer portal. He actually entered today. He entered the transfer portal, and Ryan Buell, defensive lineman, he also entered the transfer portal, but he quickly picked up another spot. He's headed to Memphis, the Memphis Tigers. So shout out to Ryan Buell. He didn't really get that much playing time when he was there, but as you can see, Hank Zelinkas, he's going to Rutgers. So let's see. It says that he's a sophomore. So he got about 2 years left of eligibility. So I'm going to be following him over there at Rutgers. I'm going to see how he's doing. And that's a local team for me. Guys, I'm from New Jersey. So I'm definitely going to be following what Hank Zelinkas is doing. So what else we have here? All right. So Ryan Buell, he's going to Memphis Tigers. So good luck to him. We're going to see. Now, Khalil Benson, I'm curious to see where he's going to go. It says he's a redshirt senior. So he has another year of eligibility, possibly two. So hopefully he'll be successful wherever he's going. Sometimes, guys, things don't work out sometime. It's all good. You just move on. And this is a new thing for the transfer portal, players moving around, stuff like that. So shout out to Khalil Benson. Ian Massey, says he's a redshirt senior. He didn't really get much playing time either. He's in the transfer portal. Destin Wade, it says he's a redshirt sophomore, so he's going to have a couple years of eligibility left as well. and he is headed to North Alabama Lions. Walter Taylor, it says that he's a junior, 6'5", 210. He bring a lot of size. He's headed to Ball State. Okay, so he's headed to Ball State. As you know, we picked up Tafik Beard. He's a safety from USF, University of South Florida. Another good pickup I thought was Akinola Agunbiyi. I think I'm pronouncing his name right, from Texas A&M. Said he's a redshirt senior. So we're going to see how that works out. Peyton Kirkland, he left, offensive tackle. This is a surprise, too. I thought he was going to stay. He got good size, 6'5", 385. He is headed to Miami of Ohio. Another surprise for me was Cordell Russell. He's a redshirt freshman. He has 4 years left to go. I'm not sure why he didn't want to stay. I thought he was going to be solid. But anyway, he's also headed with Peyton Kirkland as well to Miami of Ohio. So I wish Cordell Russell and Peyton Kirkland are the best as well. We picked up Joseph Williams from Tulsa. He's a wide receiver. He's 6'2", 185. He's a freshman. Jordan Onaway. I believe I'm pronouncing his name right. He's off to Stanford. And we know Nikai Hill-Green is off to Alabama. That also surprised me as well with Nikai Hill-Green. I thought that he didn't have any more eligibility left. That's what I thought. I thought he had no more eligibility left. You know what I'm saying? But I thought he was headed to the combines. I mean, the NFL and stuff. But he, shout out. I'm sure Alabama had that bag. So shout out to him. And also another surprise was Deion Hayes. He's a senior. He's off to Texas A&M. So shout out to those guys. We have another mate coming in. There's only one mate, though. You know what I'm saying? But Damon Greaves, he's a sophomore punter, and he's coming in from Kansas. He's from Australia. Now, Yakiri Walker is headed to Memphis. So a lot of these players are getting picked up, man. A lot of these players are getting picked up. I'm not sure why he didn't get a shot at the center position, though. I'm not sure. But shout out to Yakiri Walker. Asad Wasim is going to FAU. Okay, and then we got Makari Vickers coming in from Oklahoma. He's 6'1.5", 180, safety. And who else? Then we got a couple pickups as well. Trevor Woods, I don't see a school for him yet. That's what I was looking for. Didn't see a school for him yet. But that's the transfer portal. That's the way it is. That's the way it is right now with sports. Transfer portal, people are moving around. It's not like it was back in the day. You know what I mean? But I wish all the players well in the transfer portal. I do. I wish them all well. Yeah, man, I wish them all well, man. I really do. Hopefully, things work out for these guys, man, with their careers and stuff. So what else we got here on the agenda? So we finished the transfer portal news. Now, I want to go to, it says ESPN makes historic Alamo Bowl announcement after BYU game. And it also says here, it's official, BYU and Colorado make history in the Alamo Bowl. Let's go to, let's check out this article. So it says, over the weekend, Colorado Buffaloes finished off an impressive 2024 season in a heartbreak and a blowout loss to Big 12 rival BYU in the Alamo Bowl. Despite fielding two potential top 5 picks in the 2025 NFL draft, the Buffaloes opened the game in a 27-0 hole, while Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, and company battled back. It wasn't enough as the team lost 36-14. Following the game, head coach Deion Sanders reflected on Colorado's tenure. He said, "I'm thankful that Rick gave me the opportunity," Sanders said. "We would have had a Heisman we wouldn't have had a Heisman Trophy winner, a guy that could be the first or second pick in the whole draft. Several other guys are definitely going to get drafted. It wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have accepted the calling. So I'm thankful for the opportunity afforded to me, and I'm thankful to be here, period. It says, while Colorado picked up the loss, the team is walking away with a bit of history. On Tuesday afternoon, ESPN announced that Colorado and BYU set an Alamo Bowl record for viewership, with 8 million fans tuning in. So let me stop right there. So they set a record right there. They set a record with this game. They are relevant. They the most relevant in college sports, in my opinion, as far as football. Like, think about it. It was all because of Bucky's camera, as we see right here. That's what it came down to. Yes, Coach Prime already had the accolades and stuff like that, being a Hall of Famer, being a gold jacket holder and stuff like that. Brought on some NFL coaches, but it was the camera, man. It's like, I'm telling you guys, it's like how can I describe it? It's like reality TV. It's like reality TV that you see, and that's what brought the people in. And also, Travis won the Heisman Trophy. People want to get a chance to see him. Shador, I understand that. But the whole package put together is why that viewership went up. It wasn't just BYU. I'm sorry to say that, even though BYU is a good team, but Colorado made it the most 8 million views. It was because of Colorado. So I wanted to say that they made a bit of history by setting a viewership record. So shout out to both teams there. Now let me go to Coach Prime. It says Deion Sanders' remarks about legacy at Colorado raises questions. Okay, raising questions. So it says Deion Sanders' remark about legacy at Colorado raised questions. So let's read this. It says the new season of Coach Prime, titled Legacy is Earned, premieres in just a week, reigniting discussions about Coach Deion Sanders' impact on college football, particularly after Colorado Buffalo's disappointing loss to BYU in Alamo Bowl. This defeat, unexpected by many who believe Colorado's talent, especially with speed of their receivers and the poise of their quarterback, Shador Sanders, would secure their 10th win of the season, has sparked debate. Critics argue that analysts are being overly harsh, failing to recognize the significance of what the Buffaloes achieved this season. Let me just stop right there for a second. I recognize it. I just want to say that I recognize what they did. This is year 2, folks. This is year 2. Year 2, they were able to go to a bowl game. When he took over that team, we all know they only won one game the year prior. Yes, they won 4 games the first season. The second season, they got to a bowl game. That is really impressive. And the thing is, that's what I'm focused on. This is only year 2. I could see if they did this in year 4, okay, it's expected maybe. But year 2? Now, I argue that year 3 is going to be another rebuilding year. They got 2 quarterbacks coming in. They have quarterbacks there already. I'm not sure what their status is going to be. Are they going to stay with the team or not? But they have quarterbacks there already. There's going to be competition in the quarterback position and also many positions because more players are coming in. So I argue that this is still another rebuilding year. They lost some key coaches, right? In Low Holt and Coach Dancy, moving on to Memphis State. Where are they going? Mississippi State, right? They're going to need, I think they're going to need a coach that's be willing to stay, especially to build that offensive line. I think that's what they need. They need some kind of stability there. Because they had 2 coaches since Coach Prime was there in that particular position. So I think they need some type of stability in that line position. And as far as Dancy is gone, maybe they can move Coach Sapp up to a title, but we'll see. But this is still another rebuilding year. And I guarantee you that team is going to be a team to reckon for next year. And also the views going to still go up. Why? It's because of that camera. They're the only team that give you a behind the scenes. They're the only team. They're the only team that's really doing it. How Bucky and Darius, Bucky from Well Off Media, which is Deion Sanders Jr., Darius Sanders from Reach the People Media, and Uncle Neely from the pregame show. They're the only ones that's giving us this access, and they don't even trip over it. They're the only ones, man. That's what's making this thing work, and it's going to be like that next year. So I say for the players that's coming in, you got to think about it in a business standpoint. They have the NIL money. I'm not talking about the back end money because I heard it's a problem. I'm talking about the NIL money. But with the NIL money, the players have to take the initiative to make themselves relevant on social media like Travis did. You know, how he gained all those followers. You have to work for that. But if they're willing to do that, the blueprint is there that's already been left by Travis, Shador, and Shiloh. They're some of the top NIL earners in college football because the platform is already big. Colorado is giving you the platform. Look at the platform is given to some of the content creators. Their platforms, don't make no mistakes about it, their platforms is what it is because of Colorado. Okay, so we just have to go there. You know what I'm saying? Because it is. So Colorado has the platform. So if they already have the platform, all you have to do is just do your thing as a player and accept that camera. Okay, because that's where the money is going to come in. The company's going to see, okay, look what he's doing on social media. Look how many followers he have. He's a marketable person. That's where the money comes in at. Travis, I heard he didn't even get any of the back money. In fact, they said Travis donated into the collectives. Okay. Now, they need some whales up there that's willing to give some money to the back end. I really think they do, even though they're going to have a potential 2 whales in Travis and Shador. I'm sure they're going to donate into the collective when they're in the NFL. It's a tax write-off, so it makes sense. But they need some more people to donate for that back end money. But other than that, the NIL opportunities are there. So I just wanted to say that for the players that's coming. Now we're going to get to, okay, so what else they're saying here? It says for Coach Prime, the loss marks the second time in 3 bowl appearances that the team has fallen short, raising questions about preparation and the competition faced throughout the season. However, the post-game press conference revealed more than just disappointment. Coach Prime, Shador, and safety Cameron Silman-Craig projected the understanding that they have missed a key opportunity to solidify their legacy. Coach Sanders' demeanor during the press conference reflected not only frustration, but a sense of paternal guidance. His expression mirrored those of a father preparing a child to step into the world, full of hope, hard lessons, and inevitable growth. The Sanders family legacy is deeply intertwined with sports, a tradition Coach Prime has cultivated through his Hall of Fame career in both the MLB, the major leagues, and NFL. His leadership extends to his sons, Shador and Shiloh Sanders, who have become prominent figures in college football under their father's watchful eye. Now, it says the ritual of Coach Prime and Shador's pregame walk, dating back to Shador days at Trinity Christian High School, is emblematic of his legacy. It's a tradition that reflects the bond between father and son, akin to countless fathers who coach their children. This walk has become a symbol of the Sanders shared. Let me go down. It just jumped around. Journey in sports, a journey that began in Little League and now has reached the national stage in the University of Colorado. During the press conference, a reporter inquired about the meaning of legacy, not just for Colorado, but for college football as a whole. Coach Prime's response was characteristically grounded. We don't think about legacy like that, he said. We just trying to develop these young men, win games, and make sure they're consistent in the community, with their families, and in school. Legacy doesn't cross our minds one bit. His answer reflects on the focus and present of shaping young athletes into responsible individuals, rather than dwelling in long term. So It says, as the premiere approaches, fans eagerly anticipate how Coach Prime will address these narratives. Will the series focus on overcoming adversity, or will it highlight the resilience required to build a lasting legacy? One thing is for certain, Coach Prime's story and the Sanders family influence on the game is far from over. Um, and then there was some talk of being that his sons are leaving. What does that mean, for Coach Prime? Does that mean that, you know, is he going to stay? I think he's going to stay. He already said that he's going to stay. He has two quarterbacks coming in that looks very good. The one from Liberty, he looks like really good. He also can run, so he himself offer a running game, and they just have to add on to the trenches, and I think they'll be fine. I'm not worried about the skill positions. They're really good at developing that. I'm talking about Travis's big shoes to fill. He's like two people, so they're going to have to. It's the next man up to step up. That's what it is. So some of the players said they felt inspired by Travis winning the Heisman Trophy, so they could be next. That's how they got to look at it. The excellence was right there in front of their face, and he had to have rubbed off on somebody. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it works. Like Cameron Silman Craig said, the winning mentality is already there. So yeah, I just wanted to say that right there. I heard that out Jay Feely. He kind of threw Coach Prime under the bus a little bit. Let's see. Jay Feely. He did have something to say about Coach Prime. And we're going to go there now. I'll actually show you. I think it was on Twitter. Did he say it on? Wait a minute. I think it was on. Let me go to X for a minute. He did have something to say, and a lot of people seem to think that he threw Coach Prime under the bus. Let's go to it. Let me find it because somebody already talked about it. Let's see. Let me find it. Ashton Genty. Because he did have something to say here. That's Jace Feely's father. I think you guys already know what he said. Let's see. Okay. Is it still there? Let's see. Anyway, he had said something about them not let me see. Let me just go to not looking at special teams. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. Let me find it. It says Jay Feely targets Deion Sanders' leadership after Alamo Bowl. Yeah, let me just go here. I'll show you what he said. He said here, he said this on his X account. He said Colorado getting crushed on special teams, not surprising. Feely said on X. That's what happens when you don't have a special teams coach and don't make it a priority as head coach. And it said his son Jace Feely tore his ACL in September. He was handling a long range of field goals and kickoff duties prior to the injury. Some assume after his dad's message that he wouldn't return to Colorado. So I'm gonna see if he hits the transfer portal. Yeah, he said that. I can't make it any bigger for you to see it, but he said that Colorado getting crushed on special teams, not surprising. Feely said on X, that's what happens when you don't have a special teams coach and don't make it a priority as head coach. So some people are trying to say that he threw coach under the bus. Take it as you may, folks. In closing, I just want to say I thank you all. We received a lot of subscribers in 2024. I appreciate all you guys that subscribed in 2024 and made this channel what it is. I look forward to interacting with you in 2025 this year. So yeah, man. Shout out to you guys, and yeah, man. Shout out to you guys, man. And I appreciate you guys. And yeah, man. It's been a hell of a year. I must say, it's been a hell of a year. But like I said, on the off season, we got a lot to talk about. The players getting ready for the NFL. We have current players in the NFL right now. The off season, I'm curious to see if Bucky's going to follow Shador around in the off season as he prepare for the NFL draft. I know Travis have his own editing team and stuff like that. Matter of fact, Travis just put a video up, by the way. He just put a video up, so I'm checking that out right now. His stuff is really good. So hopefully he'll vlog on his preparation for the NFL. I really still would like to see the behind the scenes with Travis. So hopefully he does that as he prepare for the NFL. And some of the players, you guys need to vlog more, man. You really do. You guys, I really want to. So your supporters, I ain't nobody's fan. I'm a supporter. But your supporters out there, they would love to see what's going on with you, man. There's a lot of opportunity on social media for you. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I will definitely catch you on the next one. Peace.